Constitutionally, no. I mean, we're not gonna get to a pure, as new driven snow, understanding the Constitution. I think even the Constitution, as simple as it is, there are disagreements that are gonna be had. That's why we have a Supreme Court to make those decisions ultimately.
Oh.
Oh, no, you didn't say that.
Well, that's why we're
Why don't
supposed
we?
to have.
What, Supreme Court not supposed to be there?
No, the Supreme Court is a function of the federal government, however, it
Is
was
required.
never intended to have this much clout.
Oh, I agree with
Eminent
you.
domain is
I
a
agree
prime
with you.
example right there.
I agree with you.
But, no, the Supreme Court
But-
is not there
but-
to make law, which is
No,
what they're
they're
doing
doing the
now.
Constitution.
It's their
And uphold
opinion,
the
it
law.
is simply their opinion. Like Andrew Jackson said, fine, the Supreme Court made the decision, let them enforce it.
Right.
And they
Absolutely.
don't have the power to enforce it.
They don't have the power, as long as the people stand up to it. But right now, the
Exactly.
people aren't. And you have not elected enough members of Congress that uphold the Constitution. You know, I wasn't targeted #1 in the nation by the Democrats to be taken out because I didn't uphold the Constitution. It was because I did. And the issue is how do we move from where we are now to where we ought to be and make that process work? Yeah.
The number one issue, and I'm an elected official and I hear it every day, is what can you do, what can we do as voters to repeal this violation of our rights, the health care
Healthcare.
bill? The Republicans are missing a golden opportunity. You better run on that platform, because let me tell you what, it's gonna be down to that single issue right now. Now, going back to the health care on the HSAs, we negotiate with our employees, you know, for insurance programs. An HSA takes the government out of the equation
Sure,
altogether.
sure money.
Puts you as the #1 decision maker on your health care. It's carried with you. You don't spend it this year, guess what? The pile builds and builds and builds. Eventually, you can use it as a semi-retirement fund if you're lucky and you keep yourself healthy.
But right now, we don't let it go to the extent we
The
could.
problem is now we cannot even negotiate that with our insurance company, because they're saying, hey, we're in limbo right now because of the klutzes in Washington.
So and that's the issue of making it, getting closer and closer to the perfect position of the patient being a consumer and determining what is best for him or her in consultation with their medical provider. You know, when I had a surgery that was in question during the campaign, I remember that a doctor asking me at Bethesda Hospital, we need to take some x-rays, and I said, we already have those x-rays. He said, where did you have the x-rays? I said, it was done in the attending physician's office at the Capitol. And he said, well, I don't have them here. I said, well, get them. I'm not paying for more x-rays. Now, my insurance would have paid for more x-rays, undoubtedly. But we ought to be consumers, and that's where HSAs come in, where you have the opportunity to say, it is my money. And if I use it wrongly, I don't have it for the future. And why not let it roll over when I'm healthy? So those are the types of things we need to move toward. Is it perfect? No.
It's free choice then.
But, again, I have made a pledge to repeal and replace health care. I've made a pledge that the first thing we do is not fund it.
Good.
Barack Obama is not going to sign a bill that repeals health care. So funding bills always come from the House.
Well,
And if we have a majority, we don't fund the implementation of those bills. So we've got 2 years in limbo of not funding. We put the right president in the next time. And then we pass the repealer bill that does away with this healthcare system. Cap and trade's a different dog, because that can be passed in some form immediately. And you don't have that latitude of time frame to just not fund it. It goes into place as a tax increase. And so that's a concern that we're looking at for a lame duck session in Congress, which frankly scares me to death with who we have here right now. So that means you need people in Congress who are willing to take the tough stands and have a proven record of taking the tough stands, and are willing to battle those issues to ultimate conclusion, however long that takes.